Welcome to the Nameless Voices podcast. This is episode number 27, and we are going to make that everyone else's problem. My name is Nanashi. I'll be your host for the evening, and I apologize in advance for whatever this show is going to be. Joining me tonight is a menagerie of personalities. We have the Yugi memer himself, Connor Lockhart.
The new ban list sucks. Change my mind.
He is the thing that goes bump in the night, Raven.
I don't know who this Raven fellow is, but it is I, Moist Critical. Another No, I'm just kidding. Yes. Yeah, I'm glad to be back here.
We have our token salad player, Reborn.
Now at 30% more Destiny.
He is the god of winter, Tommy.
What's up, bitches? Want 10 inches of snow, or do you want 10 inches in your mom?
We have every Yu-Gi-Oh! Player's worst nightmare by name, Tim Brick.
Taking all those bricks out of your deck and giving it to myself.
We have our dedicated Smash player, Yosh.
Howdy. Please be careful around green lights. You're not safe either way. You'll still get hit.
I can already hear the police sirens.
That's me. Sorry. I drew skill drain plus a few combo cards.
Oh, that was perfect timing, too.
And he is here in all of his protogenic glory. It's Zivuth. Unfortunately, he is not able to talk because he has family, so he's going to be joining us by text. Alright, so first things first. How's everybody doing today?
I'm good.
Alright.
Pain.
Good.
Alright, well, once again, we are live on Twitch because they have made the horrible decision not to kick us off their platform. Thank you. Nice
kosher.
one, Yosh. Nice.
I mean, it fit too perfectly well. I just posted by accident.
Mm-hmm. It certainly does.
Is that what you deleted? Oh, I gotta save this one too.
I wish I could make a whole emo without it becoming crunchy.
Dude, these are good.
I reposted this image because it's appropriate for what I've seen.
Okay, so you may have noticed that the roster for tonight has changed up, and that's because a lot of our members are either sick or out of town or just had better things to do. Can't say I blame them, and it is Friday night.
Friday night. Trying to get freaky.
I can't understand you. I'm too busy walking on a pogo stick.
Right. Yosh here was on the unfortunate side of a car accident.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Especially considering that now I can't do jack shit. So, yeah, not the best thing to be happening. On the bright side,
Obviously.
it means I don't have to go to locals and see people using Mystic Mine in unbanned formats.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Whoa. They're allowing you guys to play other formats?
Yeah, I have tournaments around me where there's an unbanned format where you can use whatever you want on the ban list, but you can only use one, and you can only use it once per duel. It's like a weird thing where, like, choose when you want to use a busted card.
Wait, hold up. So you're saying I could have Pot of Greed in there?
You can
Yes.
have one pot of greed for only one game of the entire tournament.
Wait, can I switch the cards around that I want to use, or do I have
Yes,
to...
you can still switch your cards out. You can only use it's weird. It sounds super expensive, but here's the thing. I said one game. One set. Excuse me. You can only use like the
one
cards
match.
for one set. You have to have a regular deck with you though, so you can like slide it in your side deck if you want. If you want Pot of Greed, you swap it out with one of your cards, or put it in if you want to have 41 cards for some reason.
So is it one game or is it one match?
It's one match, best of 3.
Okay,
Oh
that was
my
odd. It looks like
God.
Okay, that was kind of odd. It looks like the stream actually cut out for a moment, but it seems like we're fine now.
Oof.
Right when I'm talking about this format that I don't know if no one's played it, but it's not. It's obviously not something that you would see at most tournaments.
Well, it
don't worry
sounds
about
like
it. We should be
Twitch
fine.
doesn't even want to hear you talk about it.
So it's nothing big. Basically, it's like expanded format in Pokemon majors or Pokemon TCG majors. I mean, where there's a format for the current set. For example, now it's Sword and Shield, and then expanded format where you can use anything from a certain part. I believe up to Gen 4 with Diamond and Pearl. But basically, that's Pokemon. With the Yu-Gi-Oh one I'm talking about, Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have a rotation because that's the whole point. Every card is supposed to be legal except for the busted ones like Pod. With this kind of format, what you do is you have one card or not one card, but like you have like a certain like side deck of busted cards, and you can only use it once per set. And you can't use it at any other set in the duel, in the tournament. You have to use it for like one set. It's like, do I really need it for this deck? Am I gonna struggle against it this much that I need it? It's basically like a get out of jail free card.
Oh my god. So, I just thought of something. BA, and you really need a win. BA, and you really need a win, but you play Painful Choice. Or, like Sworn, you play Painful Choice. Or you play Painful Choice.
I send free wolves to my deck with Painful Choice. Any response?
Painful Choice is a fun card. Don't at me.
The amount of people I've seen running Mystic Mine and Pog together. Oh, and Upstart. Oh my god. It's like only 20 cards in their deck are actually useful. The other 20, they always use it like round 1 and lose. Or they use it at the last round, and then it's just straight up watching like Goku versus Vegeta, essentially.
The thing is that Painful Choice has actually gone way better over time. And it was banned right at the same ban list that started GOAT format. That was back in 2005.
Actually, it was on the 2000. Actually, it was on the 2004 ban list. I played back then, and I just didn't give a fuck about competitive play until someone showed me Gearfried control. I played DMAC Burn and regular Born, and then I gave up after a card came out, and someone showed, "Hey, you're a Joey fan. Here, play Gearfried control." I seen the cards. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll trade you everything. I also want some cash." I'm like, I overtrade for the deck. I'm like, I don't have any cash on me. I overtrade by 30. And then keep in mind, this is the first deck to innovate Smoke Grenade.
It seems like this stream is buffering for me. Is anybody else having issues?
I'm not watching.
Neither am I.
I'm not watching the stream because I'm doing playtest hands on.
I should have my laptop with me to watch it, but I don't want. You already know why I don't want to get up.
Of course. That is so strange.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. I didn't know if that was like an internet problem on my end, but yeah, it's buffering.
It seems like it's affecting everyone.
At the very least, it's probably just like, at least we'll have the VOD, like for YouTube. So
yeah, I can fix that post, but we're still streaming live. We should be trying a little harder. I think there might be an issue with my internet. Hang on a second. I'm gonna just restart the stream real quick, and we'll pick it up.
Mine's buffering.
Oh, it is winter time and everything.
My internet's fine. I'm on data, as a matter of fact, because I'm on my phone.
Keep in mind, this is winter time and everything just wants to shit the bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and work on my dual terminal lore video until Nanashi comes back.
And I'm back.
Speak of the devil.
Alright, it looks like the stream has restarted, and it looks like it's working fine.
Oh my god, I wish you were here for that, Nanashi. Oh, that timing was too perfect the way you came back.
So you're gonna go ahead and continue working on that dual terminal lore video?
Yeah, at the exact moment that I finished saying that I was going to work on that video, you come back. At literally the exact millisecond I finished my sentence.
You said come.
Rude.
Alright, well, let's try and keep the show going then, I guess. Hopefully it stays okay. So,
yeah, I hope.
Let's start out with some random topics I've come across. First off, Thanksgiving was last month. Did everyone have a good one?
I'm British. I do not celebrate Thanksgiving. I celebrate bonfire night.
I had a good one, as good as you can be stuck in a wheelchair. But otherwise, yeah, it was fine.
Honestly, you celebrate Gunfire Night, but I really love V for Vendetta, and all my British friends hate the fact that I love the blowing up scene. You hate Parliament. I'm like, no, I just like explosions, and I like chaos, so fuck yeah.
Well, I'm British, and I say, fuck the Parliament. They've ruined the country.
Hey, there we go. Hell yeah, dude.
Mine was boring, but it wasn't the worst thing ever.
We didn't really celebrate it this year. There's not really much of a reason to. Like, grateful for it existing. Love the fact that we can gorge ourselves on mass amounts of food and not feel like fat asses, but you know, just didn't really have the ability to celebrate it this year. Money was a little tight. What can you do?
It's fine, dude. Shit happens.
Yeah, over here as well. Like money, we had to pinch a few pennies.
Okay, Goose, by any chance, do you see a black line appearing at the top of the stream screen? I keep seeing it appear and it's starting to bug me.
Yes, it went away.
It keeps
like having
disappearing
the
and
old
reappearing for some reason. I have no control over that, and I don't know what's going on.
Sounds like when you have
God,
an old TV screen.
God, this stream is a shit show so far.
So far.
I mean, it's been like that for all 27 episodes. Not the lie, but it being a shit show. That's kind of the point.
All right, well, Goose didn't see it, so it might just be me on that. It might just be the two of us on that one. Just keep your eyes open.
I saw it for a bit, but
okay.
No, there's actually one thing that I want to talk about that irked me.
Does it rhyme with Mystic Mine?
Not yet.
Okay, Goose spotted the line, so we know we're not crazy anymore about this.
Did you see the line of play? No? Good.
I was already there.
And it looks like the stream just cut out again.
Yeah, it did.
I wonder why it's like this.
It must be an issue with my internet service. Hang on.
No. Let me actually mute myself and deafen myself and see if it's actually which. 1 sec.
Nanashi, has it ever been this bad before?
This is the first time this has ever happened.
Oh my god.
Weird.
Very.
I guess we're in for an almighty kegger this week.
27 must be our unlucky number then.
I guess so. Hang on, let me try something here. I'm gonna try and switch my Wi-Fi network and see if that does anything.
I'm gonna also check on the Twitch app.
I'm going to bet that the title for this particular episode, when it goes on YouTube, has something to do with technical difficulties.
Why don't you technical difficulties nuts? Get him!
Okay.
No. Just no.
I have no words for that.
God, this deck is so much fun. Do I really want to sell it? I mean, I could get like $300 for it. Everything is so shiny.
Why get $300 for it when you can go to GameStop and get $1.50?
It's called a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and if someone offered me $1.50 for my $400 for a higher deck with side, I would just push them into a meat grinder.
Just like you do with 7.
Come to the meat grinder. We can feed you to the homeless.
Meat grinder? Ultra Kill reference.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the stream appears to be back up and running for the moment, but for some reason the quality is kind of low. I mean, it shouldn't change anything overall, and the re-upload's still going to be 1080p, but as long as it maintains and stays continuous, I'm not going to have too much of an issue with that.
I was going to say, as long as the stream's running.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
it
don't matter. Twitch should suffer for using Twitch.
Alright, we're just going to try and continue on like nothing happened and see what goes.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear someone's TV in the background.
Yeah, can we not? I don't want them to get copyright strike because of news network being a prick. All these news networks can eat my ass, have to talk about shit.
Okay, well, it looks like there might have been an issue on Goose's end as well, so it might not just be us. It might be something with Twitch itself then.
Oh, they're probably what they're doing is cucking all these streamers who have less than 5 people. They're famous for doing that.
Could be. Like, if that's the case, then there's not really much I can do, but we'll just keep going as we go. And if for some reason we go down again, we'll be sure to re-upload the video on my YouTube channel, which has the same name as I do.
We can name this podcast How Twitch Fucked My Mother.
I'd rather not put something on YouTube that might get my channel taken down, thank you.
I was gonna say, you don't want to invoke the mighty Wojcicki.
Jiski can suck a fat.
Gesundheit. All right, so getting back to the topics at hand. Speaking of YouTube, as it happens, on my list, one of the next topics to discuss is how shitty the new YouTube layout looks.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. It looks
It's
fine.
YouTube. I'm unfortunately used to it.
It makes everything look child-friendly and bubbly. I'm sorry, but it hurts my eyes to look at, almost as much as Discord's new text layout.
I don't mind it.
Oh my god.
I'm used to YouTube switching their layout every month, so I'm just like numb to it. Oh, you switched your layout for 1,000 times?
Yeah.
Cool, I'm numb to it. Oh, you switched your layout again? Oh, man, really good job. Maybe you can start fingering your assholes more.
I'll be honest.
Actually kind of like the...
No, go ahead. I'll tell you after. I won't forget, trust me.
Go ahead.
I actually kind of like the rounded corners of the thumbnails now. It's kind of... I think it's the monkey inside my brain, but it looks more visually appealing to me.
Okay, I think I might have actually found the problem.
What was it?
I haven't implemented it yet. I'm gonna have to pause the stream one more time and upgrade it, and this will probably fix everything. So I'm gonna be right back.
God damn it.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
I think I have fixed the issue. It appears that part of the problem was the fact that due to some recording testings I was doing before, my output on my OBS was downgrading the video scale down to 360p, and that was causing all kinds of translation and transmission errors.
Oh.
Now, I just upgraded it back up, and it should be back at 1080p, which it looks like it is. So everything should look and sound better. Hopefully that fixes the problem. But yeah, let's get back to the news that I happen to have on hand. Zivith was mentioning something about pics from the fair that he went to, that was in his area in November. And apparently there's a ton of pictures, so I'm definitely going to take a look at that once the show is over. I might even copy that link and drop it into the YouTube video later so that everybody has a chance to see it. Now, here's something
fair, giggity.
Here's something kind of messed up. Did you guys hear about what happened to Yuji Naka?
What's that?
The creator of Sonic and Knights.
Oh,
What-
that.
wait.
Oh no.
What happened?
He got arrested for insider trading.
Yes. Corruption.
I mean, so here's the
Fine.
thing: better that than anything like
Remotely worse.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into the topic and like say what it is. It's very uncomfortable to think about.
Tell me
But
about
like,
it.
yeah, better that than anything else. Like all that stuff, you know.
And honestly, Zivith, if Twitch banned me because of that liver joke that you made at the beginning, I would consider that a high note to go out on, especially if it's Twitch.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If they don't ban you for all the curse words and sex puns and shit that I say, I don't think they're gonna ban you for anything. Also, Twitch, staff members, I ban your mom.
Let's be careful with that though, considering what I put up earlier by accident.
Yeah, let's just try and keep it on the reasonable level at the very least.
Fine.
But
Don't walk behind a horse. Basically, think of it like that.
but yeah,
Twitch.
Go ahead.
Twitch just also loves picking favorites when it comes to creators or streamers on there.
Sadly,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Little
This is
bit
why I
of
don't stream on Twitter. Twitch, damn it.
yeah, streaming on Twitter. Imagine.
Oh god, that would be funny as hell, honestly.
No. You wanna know what the best thing to do is? Stream on YouTube and we get the porn bots, or stream on Instagram and get more porn bots. Yeah,
Don't tell me that. That
wasn't-
happened to me when I used to stream on YouTube.
I might consider streaming on YouTube if we ever have issues with Twitch, but as it is, Twitch supposedly has a bigger stream audience, so...
Dude,
Oh,
my
yeah.
my friends want me to stream on Twitch, but want me to stream all the dark humor stuff in my Discord on Twitch. I'm like, dude, y'all gonna fucking call me worse than Hitler for the shit that some of my
They're
friends
gonna-
post.
They're gonna get the Twitch ninjas on you.
Could you imagine if Twitter had a streaming feature and you were like well known for dark humor?
I mean,
You know, the sad
technically
part
it does.
is you could probably get away with that on Twitch specifically, especially after Elon Musk took over.
In Twitter.
He took over Twitch? I thought he took over only Twitter.
I said Twitter.
Oh, wait, you said Twitter. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's fine. But
Elon's gonna be my knight in shining armor against the cancel culture for dark humor jokes.
I'm sorry, but I'm on team cancel culture just to piss all of you off. Suck my fat. You know what?
I'd
like,
rather
oh,
not.
that's-
I know where
you
it's
know what?
been.
Yeet. People like.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt. I forgot. When I got hit, I also tore my rotator cuff apparently. So
Ooh.
I accidentally pushed my arm up forgetting, and I just saw the fucking galaxy before me. So if I'm a bit quiet for a while, that's why.
God damn, are you alright?
Yeah.
Dude,
It just fucking hurts. I just put my arm up and like, oh god, I felt like Hercules pulling my arm.
Hey, are you old enough to take weed edibles? Because that's what I would do.
I am. I have some, but I'm also taking painkillers and they're Oxycontin, so I'm not trying to risk anything and take that. They're baby aspirin, basically. It's like 5 milligrams. It's literally like nothing. It's just
no, that's smart to moderate that.
Yeah, the description you gave, I'd be surprised if it wasn't painful.
It's essentially like apparently it's like the ball joint in your arm that lets you move it around. So the fact that it's fucked up is real bad because that could be permanent. That could be for life.
Could be.
But the good thing is there's something called Social Security if you need to be on that, but hopefully it can still work.
Yeah, I hope so. I hate being cramped up in the house, but I'm gonna have to be on disability for a couple months because of that, which sucks.
Wait, are you so you can still collect SSI? You don't have to like unemployment.
I mean, I can. I don't want to. The most I'll do maybe is food stamps, just so I don't have to worry about using the money for food instead of paying my bills.
Hey, as a person who's been in and out of mental hospitals, all because of all the fights and all the shits that got on my head, all the fucking mental issues, being on and off SSI is not a bad thing, but just don't manipulate it to the point where you just use it as fraud to go to a federal prison. Because
no, I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying, like,
most
I'll do is food stamps because I don't, I'm already on disability. Why the hell would I need SSI?
Oh, SSID. Okay, see that SSID, that's perfect for people. And if people don't like the fact that he's getting disability money, put a fucking firecracker up your ass.
Honestly, like, I'm the one who got hit. Why does it matter to what you think?
Yeah, that's always been a point of contention. When you get money from a program that's funded by your local government or even your national government, people always have these weird expectations about what you should and should not do with your money and whether or not you deserve it in the first place when it's not their place to tell.
They can put a firecracker up their ass like the South Park tried to put a firecracker up Mr. Kitty.
All right, well, there is a little bit of sad news, unfortunately, that I need to share because it hits kind of close to home. Jason David Frank has passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, God, the Power Ranger.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Power Rangers. I saw the very first episode the first time it aired. That show was my childhood condensed.
No,
that's fine, Raven. If you gotta go ahead.
You know what was the sad thing? Burai's actor came out of retirement to give his condolences.
Whose?
Oh God, like full suit and all?
No, the Ranger that Jason David Frank was based on.
The Green Ranger.
Oh, you mean the Japanese one? Okay.
Yeah, he came out of retirement to give his condolences.
Oh, that's even sadder.
That's amazing, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Because
by coming out of retirement, do you mean like he put on a suit and did some things, or just no?
No, he didn't put on a suit, but he still had the dragon dagger, and he actually gave the one of the rare versions of it
to
the family. There's actually a rare version of it that that's red, and if you have it, you have $12,000 in your pocket.
I don't think the family will sell
Unless
that.
you don't want to sell it.
No.
Nah, the family's not gonna sell it, but I know that there's like exactly 5,000 versions of it, and the original cast of Zeo Ranger do have it. And there's like 3 Rangers in America that have it.
Oh, the one thing that I always wanted was the one thing I always wanted as a kid, but my parents told me you could never afford it, was the original base of the Power Rangers.
Oh, the
command center?
Zordon base?
Yeah, the command center. If I ever became a billionaire, I would have built that. And all my friends like, oh, you're gonna waste a few million on the command center? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what about giving money to charity? I'm like, what about giving money to charity? I'm like, I told them if I hit $1 billion, these LGBTQ charities for cancer would be forced to find a cure for cancer. And if someone would want me to find a cure for cancer, with $1 billion, you can pay anyone to just.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
That's a good
No,
turn.
because that was actually because I know definitely Rocky's actor has one of these versions of the Dragon Dagger, and Austin St. John has it.
well, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, like there's like a version of the Dragon Dagger that never came to America. That there's only like 5,000 versions of it, and the original cast of Zeo Ranger have it, and I know for a fact Steve Cardenas, Rocky's actor, has it. But
Wait, as Rocky as in the Rocky films, or Rocky as in
Sylvester Stallone.
Okay, cool. I was about to say, I'm like,
No, Rocky is in the Red Power Ranger, dude.
I was, yeah. I mean,
That was the point of the conversation, after all.
My bad. I thought like it would be badass if Sylvester Stallone had that shit too. A lot of people like, oh, Sylvester Stallone and Arnold. Not gonna say the last name just in case we try to get canceled on here. Arnold.
After what was said about the cancer stuff, I don't think that's our biggest concern right now.
Oh, trust me. Trust me. I used to be on charities for cancer drives on Twitch, and we did 18 plus. And if someone were to come in there for kid cancer joke, do you know what I would tell them? I'm like, oh, since you want to make fun of kids, I hope we wake up with testicular you know what tomorrow.
Okay, well, let's drift away from that topic. Next thing on the list is that we're going to start delving into actual game talk.
Can we go over the ban list first?
We haven't gotten that far. You know that's the last thing that we do.
God damn it, Nappa.
Well, dude, we do this in a specific order so we can get the other stuff that takes less time out of the way.
Yeah.
Fine.
And because Ori wasn't able to be here, he asked me to read over the Digimon stuff for him real quick. So going through this really quickly for the sake of brevity. In the Digimon card game, Expansion 3 Dragonic Roar is out now, but the UK release was delayed from December 11th to December 25th. It has the 4 Great Dragons, Examon, Imperial Dramon Virus, and Hydramon with art like the uncensored Worm King art, if you know what I'm referencing.
Oh, okay, so, adult-wise, cool, neat.
Yeah. And there's also going to be 25 erratas in that pack due to translation errors, which is the same issue that Weiss Schwarz has when it comes to translating its cards. So
that's wonderful. Let me pay $500 for a Weiss Schwarz cards and find out I got to pay another $500 for errata.
No,
cool.
Check this out.
They actually handle erratas a little differently in Weiss Schwarz and Digimon. They put up a list saying that this is what the card is actually supposed to say, and you just apply its effect as though it were correct. You don't need a new copy of the card.
I like actually having a new copy of the card, but cheaper.
That's fair.
Definitely, I'm probably going to get my whole deck eroded.
Next up, Structure Deck Beelzemon is set to release on December 9th, which is next week, because it was delayed from October. Main set number 11, Dimensional Phase, is due to come out on February 17th, which is going to have Mastamon, the super rare Mirai Mikagura, Ulforce Vidramon support, a secret rare Rina Shinomiya, and a debit of Galacticmon, whatever that means. Main set 12, Across Time, is due to drop on April 28th, which has support for every main pro tag from Adventure 1 to Fusion, and Secret Rare Shoutmon Cross 7 Superior Mode. Love that form in the show, by the way. It's gorgeous. Expansion 4 has been announced, which is the alternate being due in Japan on December 23rd. No English date yet. But it will come with a new skill referred to as either Alliance or Unite, which means that on attack you suspend one other Digimon and give its DP to another, plus an extra security attack. And there's going to be a reprint set called Rising Wind, no date yet, which will have 36 new cards, including Mega Evolutions for main pro tags of Ghost Game.
I'm sorry, what? Wait, Mega... All right, so I know Digimon probably redid this first, but I hear Mega Evolutions, I think Pokemon.
Well, Mega Stage Evolution, basically, as far as Digimon's concerned. Mega Forms.
Alright, fair enough, I guess.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything Digimon related. And as far as Pokemon's concerned, the only thing worth talking about is how borked the new Pokemon game is.
Oh,
God. I won't say spoilers, just the ending is amazing. That's all I'll say.
Fire.
I've seen the ending, and this game is so stuffed, dude.
I hear that the game is actually quite fun outside of the bugs.
I've heard that too.
God, the bugs are funny, honestly, in my opinion. I think they kind of make the game better if you're expecting them and you know, like, not how to activate them, but if you know to be careful about certain ones. Like, if you find the one that lets you go through walls or the one that turns you into an Eldritch Abomination, those are funny as hell.
Oh, obviously. No one's going to argue that they're funny.
Yeah, at least Scarlet and Violet have charm, unlike Sword and Shield.
True. Sword and Shield felt like an appetizer compared to Scarlet and Violet.
And hopefully you enjoy the Beelzemon stuff, Goose. Anyways, after that, is there anything worth mentioning in the Cardfight Vanguard world?
I thought you were saying like...
Sorry. The Love Life thing is just a rehash. We are getting Maelstrom, which was... And Maelstrom isn't bad. I was kind of expecting all the encounter cards to be meh, but Maelstrom is not, because the one thing that Maelstrom does, he has his effect from Limit Break era with the ability to enable it himself. Because on first attack, he restands whatever attacked first, which gets you to the 4 attacks a lot easier. You just have to watch your field.
I can imagine. Oh, also, real quick, Goose, do you see that black line anymore? Because I think that the change I made actually fixed that too. While we're waiting for that, go ahead and continue.
Yeah, there's also a new ride line, and I'm like, yo, can we get another Dragon Empire ride line? That's an actual dragon. You're called Dragon Empire, yet only 2 of your ride lines actually have dragons in them. And I'm like, I feel had. They also, because this new Shoujo Doji line that is basically old school pre-Dominate Nubatama. Don't get me started on Dominate. I will be here for hours. But what I've seen so far from Shoujo Doji, it's a 4-attack deck that basically does old school Nubatama. You rip hand, cards disappear from the field and the hand, and cards are coming out of the bind area mysteriously. It's basically you're just trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Makes sense.
And you're just, but what we had so far for the Messiah, because they showed us the ride line, and I hate to admit it, the ride line looks bloody beautiful. Let me put it into the chat. The ride line for Messiah.
Oh yeah, Messiah, the Link Joker good guys, basically.
Yeah, the one that locked their own stuff for advantage.
Right.
It looks a lot like something out of Tengen Top and Girl Gone.
Yes,
it really
does.
Hold on, let me look at this. I was responding to someone.
The ride line is legit pretty. I'm just happy they started with Messiah instead of
This is
Chaos
this is Vanguard. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Why you say all disappointed?
No.
I'm disappointed because my locals used to play it competitively. Digimon took over, and then now everyone, since no Vanguard players or Digimon showing up, now everyone's either forced to play Magic, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh! And out of those three, you know what people are doing? Pokemon. Like, Magic's too cancerous right now. Yu-Gi-Oh's too cancerous. Pokemon, you can't stop me on my turn. This is why a lot of people who play Yu-Gi-Oh go to Pokemon, because they're tired of being hand-trapped and negated.
Yeah, I've considered it myself. It's one of the reasons I play Weiss Schwarz as a second game, because as far as hand traps and floodgates are concerned, they're pretty minimal.
That's not why I picked up, honestly. I picked up because Dragon Maid. That was literally it. It just, the deck came out, I was like, okay, now I really need to get into it. JoJo was like a soft kick into it, and then Dragon Maid came out, I was like, okay, no, that's it. Game over.
Yeah.
Nanashi knows this, but Chaos Breaker is still a deck that makes me shudder. It's literally just, here you go. Have this +1. Your field is what you're gonna do with your field completely locked. And they just ride that advantage to God knows. Okay, but all I'm probably next year I will be doing Welstra, because Welstra's that. Oh my God, I love Welstra. But there was also something Tokatsu wise that irked me.
Oh, Tokusatsu?
Yeah. They're gonna release the next Revolve Change figure set, because they're gonna do all the sets with the armed weapons.
Okay.
The two armed weapons that weren't in the first set, which is like $50, and you get 2 entry bodies, 1 armed entry and 1 regular entry.
Mm-hmm.
Hammer and Chain Array are the only 2 that weren't in there, and they're just going to come with the Nago and Punk Jack set, which is also premium Bandai. So Geats has already 3 things already that are premium Bandai.
Yeah, and I can't say I'm surprised.
I'm like, so this is what we're gonna do now.
I'll be honest with you. I did pick up Vanguard cards. I think I mentioned you in that. If not, I can post them again. Because I picked up 2 Vanguard cards in Flex Zone. Let me double check. You saw that.
Well,
it's still that's the fact that they're doing something a little more egregious than Revice, because if you remember, only 2 belts in Revice were public sale. Everything else was premium Bandai, although some belts do justify it, like Demons, because Demons was a new technology that they were testing.
Turns out I didn't post it, but the deck that I want to play, it might not be good in Vanguard anymore.
Wait, what is it?
So you're playing decks to be good?
I'm a Great Nature / Mega Cowley main if I get back into this game.
Oh.
But I'm gonna post a picture of these two.
Just play Leopold Reverse, have a bottle of whiskey, and every time you put the lottery, take a shot.
Oh, let me just say this. My locals, there's only one card shop that does Vanguard, and I'm not going to force my ride to drive an hour there or an hour back just for me to play Great Nature.
No, because Leopold is literally just, it's Russian roulette autopilot. Because all you really need is Leopold and the original. You need the reverse and the original. You put the original on an oxo circle and lock it, and then you just do 3 attacks and 3 massive attacks and you win. Mega Colony, Garafia is just a win condition. It's the only win condition deck that gets over Luard.
Okay, I just had to respond to my friend about
if you want Great Nature in standard and you have like a good $50, just buy Magnolia. That's literally just 6 attack Great Nature.
I don't care how bad this is as a deck. I want to build a deck off these two. I posted it in podcast chat.
You can actually. You're just gonna have to do you have like, because this is cheap. Tester Fox is cheap. You can definitely get this online. You can get the core for it for under 50. But you will need to buy like a playset of Crayon Tigers.
Oh, well, the thing is, I used to play Tester Fox back in 2015, back when it was originally out. Of the tiger and the wolf. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I'm not that big of a Great Nature person. But one thing that I wasn't that big of a Great Nature dude, but I understand what Tester Fox wants to do. But it's literally just it's going back to the old doping strategy. And they're also trying to put Russian roulette back into this, even though it's not that hard. But the Tester Fox and the Research Fox, they're actually meant to be early game deck engine. You're supposed to hit them. You're supposed to go Hail Mary on them.
Because 3. That's the main reason why I got back into Vanguard. You're 2 and you're 3 with this hit back together. But to be honest with you, Mega Colony was my first Vanguard deck. My locals put together a $10 Vanguard deck worth like $7 or $8 and sold it for $10.25 to me. Guy was like, "Oh, we had to pay $15 or more to get stuff," and they looked at me. I'm like, "Oh, you're the Yu-Gi-Oh player that always comes in here, doesn't have much money, but you have a X-Rarity Harpy deck." I'm like, "Yeah, I just want to get into Vanguard and play casual." One of my favorite decks someone let me play was the Bermuda Triangle deck, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I want to buy this off you." That's $600? Nope. Well, shit. Never mind.
Yeah. No, but see, the thing is, Bermuda Triangle is Bushiroad's baby child. Because everything, like, you have to take out a lot of money. You have to take out a home loan to build Bermuda.
Yeah, basically, it's the same thing.
you haven't seen. I've seen Bermuda at their most terrifying when you get hit by Megiddo-chan 10 attacks.
I was gonna say a smooth criminal.
Because
How dare you?
I'm gonna say
unfortunately, Nanashi hasn't been through the when they reprinted Megiddo as a mermaid, and I was like, "Wait, Megiddo's a girl?"
all I gotta say is this: I played off and on. One of my best friends, we don't talk anymore. I don't know why, but he played Spike Brothers, and when he was playing Spike Brothers, I was playing Gold Paladin. And all as we know is Bermuda Triangle is fucking us up. I stopped playing Vanguard after I moved and sold a few cards and only kept the cheap shit. But my favorite deck to borrow before I left the game back in 2015 for good was Link Joker.
Which version?
Any version, because I was talking acting like a Spanish villain from those old Spanish cartoons.
Oh, you would love Chaos Breaker.
I've seen it. I've seen Chaos Breaker, and I'm like, holy shit! It's my local set Vanguard.
The V version is still terrifying. He just literally just says, "Merry Christmas, have this gift."
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
He's literally just Merry Christmas Dragon.
Oh, and Goose says that Goose says they're a Bruce main for Overdress.
Okay with Bruce. I made my peace with Bruce.
Fair enough.
It's just that when you have to go through Aurora Battle Princess and Sarah Snow just saying, "Oh, you have to bind two cards out of your hand or you lose." Because the grade 4 Aurora Battle Princess literally just says, take 2 cards from your hand, 2 cards from the field, and 2 cards from your drop, and put them into lockup.
You want to know what my least favorite deck was? Because when I lost to it, I'm like, Gold Paladin's always better than World Paladin. And I'll lose the World Paladin. I would get into too hardcore in the game. I used to hate losing the World Paladin. But if I was playing against my friend and he would whip out, I was playing against my friend, he would whip out, it's not Mega, it's the other deck that's for part of Zoo. It's not Mega Colony of Great Nature. He would flip out a different deck that was part of the Zoo Colony.
Okay, is there anything else new to talk about when it comes to Vanguard? Because we are already running into an hour.
Yeah, there's nothing really that new.
I didn't think there was, but still. It's always fun to hear Vanguard talk once in a while. Next thing on the list is Weiss Schwarz, and there is very little news, so we can breeze through this really quick. There were 4 more events on their Bushiroad Championship Series. On November 6th, Vancouver, BC, Canada had an almost 100 attending participant tournament, and the winner was Quintessential Quintuplets, unfortunately. And the same thing happened a week.
Unfortunately?
Because Quintessential Quintuplets is basically starting to show trends that it might be the next big deck.
I gotcha.
It's one of those things where it doesn't matter if it's the greatest deck, it's the fact that it's winning consistently, and it's almost always the same build. But referred to as the 8 standby build, which is a mostly red variant that's known to bring a lot of its pieces back to the field from the grave. The same thing also happened a week later in Aalst, Belgium, which only had about half the attending staff, but still, the result was the same. But
what are we talking about? What card game? Vanguard?
Weiss Schwarz, I said that earlier.
Oh, shit. Dude. I'm working on 6 hours.
Almost 2 weeks later, there was a tournament in Melbourne, Australia, though, and Mushoku Tensei came back, even though it got hit on the ban list not too long ago, which is surprising. But the most interesting turnaround was in Mauves, France, and I hope I'm pronouncing that properly, when Attack on Titan won that one.
Which version?
The mostly blue version of all things.
Oh yes, I love that. I love to see Underdog Ducks one.
It looks like. By the way, Tim, it looks like you came back. How long have you been back?
How long I've been gone? Like I think 10 minutes at best.
No, I mean, how long have you been sitting there quietly, waiting for your turn to talk?
I left at like 2. I left and came back.
He like just got here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was afraid that I had been ignoring you this entire time.
No, you're good. I had to do an quick errand for someone.
Okay, well, welcome back. But yeah, other than the tournaments, the only news as far as that game is concerned is that the Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid set is officially out, which Yosh was kind enough to get me a copy of the structure deck for. Well, trial deck.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would have gotten the booster pack too, but it doesn't sell like the packs on its own. It sells the whole box, and as much as I love it, I'm not spending $50 on a whole box unless it's like doing an opening for a video or something like that. There's really no reason for me to do that, you know?
And yes, Zivith, God bless Bushy Road for the uncensored content. The artwork in Kobayashi Dragon Maid is unbelievably top tier. Like, they've had some questionable artwork in these cards before. Like, if you know Fujimi Fantasia Bunko sets, where there's literally... Well, I probably shouldn't say, but if you get a chance to look, some of their artworks are very, very pleasing to the eyes. As well as other sets like the Gurren Lagann. Like, there's a reason this game is known as the waifu card game. And Kobayashi is no exception to this.
One of the cards is literally just the 5 main girls in a beach episode, like swimsuits and all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest.
One of the promo cards is it's Toru just in a swimsuit.
Oh, there's a notification that I need to check.
But literally other than that, we've got no other Weiss Schwarz content to speak of. I'm working on a special video for Yosh though.
So speaking of that, when you do it, just because I said this earlier, both the decks I ordered, I checked it because I thought maybe I lost one of the cards without realizing it because reasons. I don't know how to explain. I don't even remember how, but either way, the deck I have that I already have open is 49 cards. So I checked the other one, because it's a gift for someone. So I just sealed it back up. But that one also has 49.
I'll have to double check mine then too.
So yeah, because I found that weird because it says there's like a bonus card inside, which I figured was the card that's the face. But,
okay, somebody's got their gameplay audio on way too loud. We can hear it.
Sorry, my bad. I forgot I didn't have that muted on DB.
But yeah, I'm gonna check the box tonight because I just about got the script done for your video, and I will let you know if it came with 49 or 50.
Awesome, thank you. Because I see nothing in my, I don't see an extra card or anything. I figured they said it'd be a promo card, so I figured it's either the face or one that's tucked away. And it's still 49. So yeah, I'm hella confused.
Well, I'll be sure to double check on that. And now that we've gotten that taken care of, we can finally dive into the topic that Tomy clearly wants to talk about, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! And since I know he's chomping at the bit, we'll go ahead and let him get his personal opinion of the ban list over with real quick.
Hi. You want a nice ban list? Yes. Will tier hits be hit? No. Will Shizo be hit? No. Okay. What do you want? Floodgates? Go play your Senjus. More Manju players? Cool. It's the main thing I'm happy about is Tinky, because we get to see more Nashi playing that shit. But my favorite card to come off the list, to be honest with you, is Metaverse. Because it's fun to play Chico. It's fun to play Field Spell decks. And Labyrinth, I'm guilty of playing that shit online every day. But my favorite deck of all to force Metaverse out on the field, Charmers. So you go, can't get it out. You do it. You put Charmers on the field, and then you do a lot. You lock yourself with back row. You lock them with back row. You go Floodgate, 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 Charmer with Dogmatica, and then you just pop a Secret Village on the field, and just get called a whole bunch of slurs, and then they get banned from Dueling Book.
Yeah, that figures. But yeah, going down the list real quick, they banned Curious the Lightsworn Dominion and Mystic Mine, which, might I point out, that since we have started this cast, we have done nothing but complain about it in nearly every episode.
Ironically enough, the one of the two bands I'm not happy about is Curious, because apparently it was done to hit danger tier limits. Because yes, that's the variant that's destroying the format right now.
One of many.
I was being sarcastic.
So was I.
I mean, I've said this multiple times. I will not stop saying it. We need a format where we unban the most problematic cards for like one ban list. Even if that ban list lasts like a week, you need for like one ban list. And
No, hold
on.
Okay. Painful Choice cannot get unbanned because if we unban Painful Choice.
Oh yeah.
Okay, everything can come back except Painful Choice. No FTK cards can come back. No handles can come back. But let me finish.
All right. I'm sorry. Everything can come back.
Okay, so if you put Painful Choice to 3, tiers are gonna be even more worse. And I rather play with a whole bunch of wounds in a Shark Tank. Not any Shark Tank, a baby Shark Tank, since they don't know how to eat the prey properly.
Right.
Yeah, unless they're hammerheads and then
I'd
rather
rather get ripped to shreds slowly.
The only way that Painful Choice can come off the ban list is if it's got an errata that's so devastating to it, it's basically unrecognizable.
So basically, you just need to retrain like Kato Greed.
Sort of, I guess. But going down the list, they only limited one thing, and that was Herald of Orange Light, which was obviously to hit a Shizu. They
sorry.
What?
Yeah, it's fine. And like Zivis said, there were more reasons Curious got banned than just the danger tier, but let's be honest, it's mainly because of tier. They also semi-limited Lyraloose Recital Starling, which means that Tribri Lyraloose builds have access to their UDF plays again, because now they can play 2 of it really easily.
But Link Samorg is still banned, so L.
I guess. And as far as the unlimits, they gave us back 3 each of Tellarknight Ptolemaeus.
Rip. By the way, my phone is at 3%. I gotta go, unfortunately.
That's fine. We'll see you on the next one, man.
All right. Thanks for having me. Even if it's by the fact that I'm stuck at home. No offense.
None taken.
All right. Later. Enjoy the rest of it if you can make it work.
But yeah, like I was saying, Tellarknight Ptolemaeus is back at 3. Dimensional Fissure's back at 3. Fire Formation Tenki's back at 3, which makes me happy. And Macrocosmos is back at 3. And Metaverse is back at 3.
Yo, imagine being a floodgate that can be negated by Solemn Warning.
I mean, like, I see the reasoning to get these cards back, because, like, so much great interaction. Like, Dimension Fissure and Macrocosmos are I'm going to say, a reasonable unban because of tier Ishizu, but, like, I don't know.
Speaking of a Shizu, I was facing a player who was playing Shizu Madoche, and
well, welcome, Fading Dawn.
And I dropped D-Shifter only for them to go into 41, and then I couldn't play because I had cards I had to send the graveyard because of Conclave control, and I'm like, I need to cut D-Shifter. And they're like, why? And I'm like, I normal summon the card. It's like, oh, you're playing Crystal Beast? I mean Crystal Base.
Well, a positive thing is that it might change from a 0.0 format to a tier 0.5 format.
it's not going to go up. It's still going to be 2-0.
Oh wait, are we talking about the ban list?
Yeah,
Yes.
we were just getting through that.
Oh, I made it. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you. When the cashier stuff comes out, they could hit their Seizu stuff. They could hit the tier stuff. But tier or Seizu, cashier, whatever the fuck you want to call it, or tier cashier, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Don't be amazed if your Fenrir's go over $100 and your unicorns. Not Nightmare Unicorn, Cashier Unicorn. If I'm mispronouncing it, fuck you, Gilfit.
The funny thing is that when I saw the news that the Ishizu retrains were coming out, most people's reaction before realizing that it could be used with tier limits was that they were very much, okay, I mean, 1,000,005 is pretty good, but we couldn't think of any decks that could make good use out of them.
Alright, so
and then they thought of the deck that can make a good use out of them.
The fact that, like, cashier cards are going to become, the ultras are going to be worth something. And
I'm sorry, what deck?
Fenrir and Unicorn. I don't know how to pronounce the shit, I'm too big.
Cash Trio.
That deck. And that shit's going to make tier or Seizu even more broken. Or it's just going to be, okay, we'll hit a few cards, we'll hit a few Seizu cards, we'll hit a few cards, but we need to push out this. Oh, Fenrir? Yeah, it's going to be an ulti, but we won't hit it till down the line. Fenrir is going to cause banished decks to get potentially hit. Just to be like, oh, you're playing banished deck? Fenrir is not the problem. Oh, Desires can go back to 1. Matter of fact, Band Manager, this shit pisses me off. They'll push out money cards, and then, even though I say I don't like Manju other than Stun, it's just the fact that they're pushing out all these banished cards, and I see Desires in all these cards going back to 1. And the fact that that banished deck is more broken with Scareclaw than Tier means my favorite Beast Warrior archetype, other than Yusinju's, is gonna get hit.
Word. So wait, Kashtira is not out yet?
It's out, but the new support's gonna make it so busted that you just want to just grab a bottle and bust your own head open.
Well,
you want to know my honest opinion?
Hold on. I haven't spoken, so let me say something. I don't think that's a bad thing, just based on the fact that we're actually getting a fucking deck that's going to be able to fight tier / Ishizu. We've literally been in a tier 0 format for how long?
Couple months.
But it's gonna be going into another tier 0 format. This is like, okay, so if they force us to go into 2022 into a tier format, to 2023 into a tier 0 format, I don't want to relive 2018, where 9 months of fucking FTKs. If I have to relive that, I'm going back to playing Draco. I don't give a fuck what y'all think.
I don't think anything, because, like, I think most of us can agree most of the content and everything and people are playing is actually Master Duel in comparison. Like, Master Duel is getting awards or nominations right now for awards.
I'm going to be honest with you right now. Rev's cards won that event, and Farfa made a meme. Stealing 101. Stealing episode 0. I love Farfa. Like, he's been
I think everyone loves Farfa at this point.
I don't think anybody doesn't.
I mean, other than the anti-furry hate, because if I was talking to him and he would say some anti-furry shit, I even told him on voice call and stream, I'm like, you banned me for this, or whatever, and he did it. He just timed me out on chat for like 2 days, but I'm like, oh, if I'm ever next to you say some anti-furry shit, you're gonna have to pick which testicle you want to lose.
Okay, well, getting back onto the topic, and since somebody actually brought up Master Duel, they actually did announce a few things for that.
Wait, before I haven't been able to mention anything about the ban list, and I just got in. So can I just speak about?
Sure, go ahead. Take a couple of minutes.
There was one card I did want to mention.
Sure.
Mystic Mine.
Yep. They didn't. I want to say this. They didn't ban Mystic Mine because they thought it was a problem card. they didn't ban it because they realized it wasn't okay. They kept Mystic Mine in the game for an extremely long time because they thought it was a perfectly acceptable card to exist. They banned it because of how much of a commotion it made and how boring it is to sit and watch people just draw cards under mine. Because one side is not going, both sides are just going to grind out Mystic Mine until they have an out. That was the only reason they banned it, is because YCSs were going to continue to be extremely boring and literally just unentertaining. It wasn't because of the card, it was because of the representation and them realizing it's fucking boring.
I need to correct you here because I was watching the YCSs. It counted tier, and so many people would say my favorite card is Mystic Mine. Hold up signs of Mystic Mine hate. And to be honest with you,
that's literally causing commotion. But go on.
I love your profile pic, by the way.
Thank you.
I fucking love it, dude. I don't like Kali Effect because his asshole tried to force me to sell my Switch, but other shit like that.
I just thought it was funny because it was Kali plus Farfa, but it fits Farfa.
I don't like Kali. Kali forced me to sell a lot of stuff under price, and I was forced to, or get kicked from the server, and I just got mad. He forced me to sell shit to him. But
anyway, go back with your point.
The point is, I hated and loved Mystic Mine, but now that we don't have Mine, it's sort of healthier, but it's to that format where it's to that point where tier is running around so much that I told one of my friends, I'm like, if Mystic Mine would have went to 1 and counted tier this format, I would have been forced to ban it. But now that they outright banned it, there's no field spell to sit on while tier does their shit. And then even if you plop down Mystic Mine, they can still get rid of it. I'm like, it was to the point where Mystic Mine was so valuable, and the mine wasn't sticking on the board unless if it was a different format. So they just mine hasn't been so effective at a YCS, and then it's only effective in a few matches. Okay, let's ban mine. Now you're giving tier full ranks. I know this is a dog shit take, and fuck off, you hate me. I wanted mine to go to 1.
No, I don't hate you, and I do understand. I
wanted mine to go to 1 to piss off everyone in the community, and then when the cashier shit comes out, we ban mine. Because mine is just, ugh.
I mean, I do agree, but I just think that it's still just, it was a matter of fact that it wasn't because mine was necessarily a bad card in this format. It was because it was boring to watch. That's why they made an emergency ban list. Someone knew that it was boring to watch people grind out mine.
Yep.
So I will say, we should expect a card that's going to replace mine so that mine can stay out of the ban list.
Yes.
On the ban list, I mean.
Some people have actually been replacing it with Fire Prison.
Which is stupid, but more power to them to find an out or alternate card this quickly.
I thought I'm a firm believer, but it won't stick on board long enough since there's so many ways to get rid of field spells and a Shizu cards get it back. But I'm a firm believer, if they don't mill the right cards, here's my tech for the format. If you don't like Summon Limit, play Summit Breaker as your field spell and play a control deck.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing that I was thinking about running against tier elements, Dimensional Fortress Weapon. It basically says nobody can mill.
I mean, I just ordered a playset of Silent Graveyard today because I play Necro Valley, but if they get rid of my Necro Valley, I have Barricade Blower Blocker. If they negate my Barricade Blower Blocker, I have Secret Village. I'm taking, if I'm able to top with Concave Control, I'm selling my $600 binder with for hire and just keeping the staples for Concave Control.
And if you're willing to dedicate to the extra deck space, you could also play the new Tellarknight Ptolemaeus that they gave us back, as it gives you access to Constellar Diamond.
Also a note that it inherently buffs light decks that can try to get Ptolemaeus out because It's a non once per turn dark negate.
I can't get 7 materials out, but so you know what I did?
I wasn't referring to that effect.
Okay, so with my Crystal Beast deck, bought a Chakanine, bought a Broad Bowl, bought a Zeus. Boom, 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 2 Zeus effects. And you know the best part about this is? I could activate Zeus, chain Conclave, and put 2 cards on my field back in my hand. And while the whole entire board is cleared. I was shitting on Conclave control until my friend sat me down and showed me how to play it. And he's like, if you're not playing Prosperity in this deck, I want to get those cards off you and you're not allowed to play it. So he's like, buy 2 Prosperity at least in this deck. Conclave control will play with 2 Prosperities.
Okay, well...
All right, back on the next topic.
Thank you. And as Zivith mentioned earlier, he has fully quit Master Duel by now because the game's not worth it. I don't know if I agree with the game not being worth it, but I have also quit playing Master Duel myself.
I haven't had the time to play Master Duel, but I've wanted to. But the big problem is that the daily login rewards are not worth it, and the meta and decks change so much that you can't keep up if you're just going to play every so often. You just can't.
Nope. But as long as we are talking about Master Duel, they did announce a few things and include a few things that are kind of cool. They recently hit 50 million downloads, so therefore they have a new campaign where everyone gets rewarded for it. And they've put some emphasis on the imported branded support, as well as importing Scareclaw and Valance into the game, so that's going to be interesting.
The only way I go into Master Duel is if they put the new Fur Hire support in the game, and they put the new Crystal Beast support in the game, and they put the new Dark World support in the game.
That'll probably come next year.
The thing is with Master Duel is that, you know me, I like my insect decks. And it just so happens that in Master Duel, Beat Troopers are actually quite good in this game.
Beat Troopers are actually
Beat Trooper best deck, let's go!
I'm going to be honest, because you could search Max C in that deck, let's just say that.
I was going to say, yeah, because Maxi happens to be an insect monster, and therefore it can be recycled by Piccofelina.
Not to mention searched by at least 3 different bugs.
Yeah.
Speaking of cards that probably should be banned, they did give a ban list update on Master Duel, which didn't really seem to change too much. They banned Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds, semi-limited Galatea, Gen X
You get what you fucking deserve, Barrier Statue.
Thank you.
I don't think it did.
Semi-limited Galatea, Gen X Ally Birdman, and Anti-Spell Fragrance, and unlimited Magical Meltdown.
Was Galatea limited before?
I don't remember, actually. I think it was either at 1 or 3, but I cannot tell you which one it was. I want to say 1.
I'm pretty sure it was at 1. Because they refused to give us any fucking harp horrors.
Yeah.
I just want 1. I just want 1, man.
They implemented new game modes, 3v3 and 5v5, which are all separated each player by summon mechanic they choose to play out of the extra deck, which is very awkward in my opinion. They gave new summon animations to some of the cards. Mamonka the Valance United, Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Magician, Locomotion R Gen X, which I think is hilarious, CXC's Nash Knight, Musical Sumo Dice Games, Decode Talker Heat Soul, Beyond the Pendulum, Ghost Trick Festival, Scareclaw Tryhard, and World Gears of Theological Demiurgy all got summon animations. Also, they gave WinCon animations to Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief, which I've been waiting for, and Magical Sumo Dice Games, which I completely forgot existed.
Gimmick card, a super hard gimmick card.
I mean, hey, if you can win with it, I think you've earned that animation.
Yeah.
Possibly one of the silliest alternate win conditions alive. And this is the same game that has Flying Elephant in it.
And that's saying something. Now, here's something that makes me very happy. Beforehand, when it came to effects that multiple effects that were activating in the standby phase or the end phase, the game would pick and choose which ones activated arbitrarily with no real cohesion or order. They have fixed that. You can now pick the order of activating effects during the standby and end phases of the game.
Metaphys, new best deck, let's go!
Metaphys, Fire Kings, all of them.
Nice buff.
Yeah, tell me about it. And
speaking of Metaphys, I might actually try Metaphys.
I used to play them a long time ago. They were pretty fun, but they don't really have
if
much going for them.
If someone brings Metaphys to YCS, I'm gonna shit myself.
Dude, the best counter to was Ishizu tier because like banishing.
Let me just interrupt.
Fucking 3D Fissure and Macrocosmos.
Let me just interrupt.
You can do that now.
My boy Josh, not the one who's like $250,000 a year, the one who barely gets by like me on stuff, is coming back into the game with Metaphys. And the thing is, he's had extra copies of Deep Fissure and Necro Valley. So he's made some money to cover food for him and his pet. So he's going to come back with that deck, but he's going to play the original commons.
Nice.
Just to confuse people with that text. And I'm like, dude, I can get you Dusa copies. I still owe you 50. I'm like, I'd rather have that 50 for when you come and visit Seattle. It's never happening. He's like, why? Because I don't like long-ass train rides. He's like, okay, I'll call in the 50 now. I'm like, I don't have it. What'd you say that? I'm like, this to fuck with you.
Hey, Chaos, you're making a lot of background noise there. Can you,
Sorry.
It's fine. Just, try to mute yourself when you're not talking or whatever. That way we don't have to try and talk over it. But
I didn't think I was. I was trying to unravel a cord.
Oh, is that what was happening? It sounded like you were fighting with a dog collar.
No. I was unraveling two 3DS chargers.
Gotcha.
Apparently I left 3 of them. I left 2 of them in my bag.
That's weird. But as far as new products are concerned, Battles of Legend Crystal Revenge and the Structure Deck Dark World are both out. And oh boy, I am not looking forward to that.
What, the Dark World Structure Deck?
No, like I said earlier, man, that deck is a pain in the butt.
Hard forward 1, mark my words.
I'm going to be honest with you, they have a hand loop. And I do not like that. And I was going to build the deck, and then I seen, oh, it's only 100 to finish it. Then you try to order everything online, it's like 160 after shipping and taxes. I'm like, 160 on a Danger Dark World FTK. Or with that 160, I could just restock.
You can literally just play Ishizu or like Tech Fertilizer Ishizu and you win against that. Just saying.
Oh, no, with that 160, it's that time of the year where I just sit back and just eat chicken wings every fucking football Sunday. I'm like, and I'm like, you know what? I could have a $160 Yu-Gi-Oh deck, or I could have chicken wings for the next few months for 160. A fat ass like Cartman. That's what my body told me.
So, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm done. But okay. I'm like, but let me say this. Like, my body's like, just have the chicken over the cards, because if they hit the FTK, you're just gonna have to spend more money on the cards. And so what I did, I went out of that 160, dropped 150 on this. I already got refunded 80 back because people don't like to know when they sell shit. And I just flipped that 80 and restocked my fridge on TV dinners and instant wings to throw in a microwave. And by instant wings to throw in a microwave, I put them in an air fryer. I just throw a lot of garlic salt on top to make them taste better.
Okay, then. As far as a new product information, we did get one cool bit of news. In Photon Hypernova, they revealed the first member of the new TCG exclusive archetype, Gold Pride.
Literally Steel Ball Run.
Thank you. And it's so exclusionary as to how it works. Like, everything about it only works with other Gold Prides. This archetype better be top of the line, better than Goatee, for it to even be considered playable.
Look, it's a TCG archetype post-spiral. It's not going to be very good.
Obviously. Let's just hope it does better than Goatee.
What archetype are we talking about?
Forgetting but danger exists.
Gold
but
Pride.
okay.
I said it a minute ago. Gold Pride.
What the hell does that deck even do?
We don't know yet. They only revealed one card. That's what I was saying.
It does things. That's all we need to know.
Yeah. But Structure Deck Beware of Trap Tricks is coming soon, and they finally gave us a full list of all the cool stuff that's coming with. They gave them a field spell, a draw spell, Mech Knight pieces for whatever reason. Raigeki
I'm gonna cream my pants.
Raigeki reprint, Retaliating C and Max C reprint, which we're clearly not going to get. Artifact
Please let them port the blue and the purple. I need them. Yes. I will buy 3 of them, and I will play both Mech Knight and Trap Tricks. Please fucking keep the ports.
I will try Trap Tricks, because I legit want to one day just build a Trap Tricks deck that can summon 106.
Why?
So we can just go back to hack.
What is one? Which one is 106 again? I forget.
Giant Hand.
Oh, Giant Hand. Okay.
Okay,
Giant
you know what?
Hand.
That's actually kind of funny.
That's hilarious.
But they also gave reprints of Artifact Sanctum and Moral Talk, not Scythe.
Catch these traps and then catch these hands.
And they gave a reprint of Harpy's Feather Duster.
In the Trap deck?
All in the Trap Trick structure deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Of all the supports, I hate the fact that Trap Trick's got the best one of all of them.
Yeah.
Really, they got their own shade brigading. That annoys me kind of more.
Yeah, and they have their own D-draw.
Yeah, that's annoying. They get the best support.
I actually kind of like Holatea because I like how it's basically an archetypal Shade Brigandine.
Yeah, I just said that.
Trap Tricks is one of those decks that I've always wanted to play, so all of this stuff being there, and the fact that I can complete my Mech Knight core is amazing.
Yeah. I've faced Trap Tricks before, and I'm usually not a fan of control decks like them, but I'm never annoyed at Trap Tricks.
It does get a little bit irksome to have to try and play through every literal trap in existence. But they're a respectable deck, and they're just doing their best. At best, you have to deal with 5 back row interruptions and maybe 1 or 2 on the front line.
Yeah, this is true. Like Salad, it's one of the few control decks that I can play without feeling dirty.
That's fair. And as far as other products are concerned, we did get a TCG special pack that I think we're all very excited about called Maze of Memories.
Yo, finally! Gate Guardian is getting his support!
Yes, you beat me to it.
And
Gate Guardian has been confirmed to be getting support.
And nice. I'm probably going to pick up...
They give Magnet Warrior, Gate Guardian, Ocean Man, Insects, Red Eyes again, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, and then Blue Eyes again, but not Gandora.
Well,
not even the port. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
It's fine. They also confirmed that they're going to be either importing or reprinting the BLS Legendary Swordsman Ritual, the new one, the Dual Academy Field Spell, Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, and Baronne de Fleur has been confirmed to be getting a reprint.
What does Dual Academy do?
Depends on the monster you control. It has 3 different effects, each of which activate depending on what of the 3 different monster types each of them require you to have. But it's basically designed to make the Sacred Beasts a little bit more appealing than they already were.
Oh, so it doesn't work with Crystal Beasts?
No, Dual Academy is pretty much for everything but them.
Ain't that a bitch? I just got back into watching GX. Fuck me.
Well, hang on a second, actually. I mean, we happen to have this handy little bot that we can use, which I've funnily named Posh Shithead.
Logical.
And now you can see what it does. But in the meantime, and yes, we are getting Gate Guardian support, and I am insanely curious to see what they give us to make that work.
It's like most likely a fusion, because that's why I read.
Yep.
No. It needs to, you know what they need to do to make it playable? Gate Guardian needs to be a dimensional fusion where you banish all 3 pieces in either on the field or in your graveyard. It needs to be perfect.
So like Berserkion, the Magnoir, and was it ABC Dragon?
Basically,
just make it unaffected.
Yeah.
Just make it unaffected. And
Yo,
like make
with Duel Academy, it might actually have
look,
some
look,
synergies
look.
with Crystal Beast.
Hold.
Just make the big guy be able to be fused by either a fusion plus the other missing one, or contact fuse all of them, and then make it unaffected with 4K damage. That's literally all they need to do. And then like a floating effect when it gets sent to the graveyard.
Let me say this real fast. I can use Dual Academy and Crystal Beast. Since Pegasus is a beast and Ruby Carbuncle is a fairy, I can get attack boost, and I could do to target one card my opponent controls and destroy it. So yes, I could use Dual Academy and Crystal Beast.
Better than the alternative field spell, like the advanced Crystal Beast field spell.
Yeah, I am happy for this shit. I don't care if it costs $100 for a copy. It's going in my deck.
Cool.
Advanced Dark. I will never like.
The only other bits and pieces of information we've gotten are stuff that's been announced in Japan but hasn't come over here yet or even have a date. They announced the next deck build pack is Wild Survivors, which releases in March in Japan, but that's all we know. And the next core set's been announced, which is Cyberstorm Access, and they have given us a look at the new Playmaker-style Cyber support.
Yo, finally, we got all 6, I'm going to say, quote-unquote, Ignis archetypes, like we know of. We just need to get, what was it, Windies and Lights.
Yeah, we still need Windy and Lightning decks, and we haven't gotten confirmation on those yet, but hopefully they come soon, because honestly, Armanis Legio looks fun.
It is.
Are we talking about Rush Duel, or?
No, we're talking about the actual game still.
Wait, what deck then?
We were talking about theoretical archetypes from the anime.
Oh. Get Relic. Relic deck.
All I would just probably want for Konami to do is, hey, can we have something that makes ABC not get cucked by Beasteel?
I just want them to make. I want to make them
context.
I want them to make the Relic deck and have it be absolutely useless. Just give us legacy support or a legacy deck that everyone's going to hate, and make them hate legacy support so they stop doing it. That Relic deck that like Yusei made, I'm talking about specifically.
And yes, Zivith, about autumn 2023 is probably when we're going to see that stuff. Anyways, that's all the news that I have as far as Yu-Gi-Oh! Is concerned, and I'm going to be honest, I've got some deck profiles planned out in the near future, but not really much has changed in the game lately. Like, there's not much of interest. I am debating on building Rescue Ace when it drops, though. That set genuinely looks like fun.
Oh, can we talk about something Yu-Gi-Oh! Related before I go on to do something non-Yu-Gi-Oh! Related?
I gotta go, so before I go, Pendulum best deck, B-Trooper best deck. I'll see you all later.
Alright, see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.
That's a funny way of saying Red Dragon Archfiend, but I'll let it pass.
But yeah, actually, before we go on to your thing, Zivith wanted us to talk about the Dinomorphia lore, and I'm not going to lie, I read it myself. It's kind of surprising. Apparently, Dinomorphias are terrorists.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
really?
I'm serious. They actually posted an article about it in... YG Orc posted an article about it with concept art and everything, and apparently they are the descendants of ancient dinosaurs that decided, with all their intelligence and technological prowess, to become freaking terrorists and criminals.
God damn.
That sounds right.
Damn.
It was something else. But yeah, I'm not really sure how to feel about it. I was debating on using them in my Dino deck as a small tech in the same way that Dragon Link used Dragon Mates to get an Out the Dark Ruler No More, but I kind of decided against it.
We don't play with terrorists.
Oh, and apparently they are more powerful than most average military forces. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, now what were you going to talk about?
Right. So first off, the new Sky Striker support that was announced in the OCG.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Dog shit.
Yeah, pretty
Pure,
mid.
unadulterated
Pretty mid.
dog shit.
Oh, that's so bad. They
Dude,
all
like
horrible.
They're trying to give Sky Striker a new playability factor by giving them offlandish spell cycling support cards that's also supposed to help them recover from multi-roll, and it is so bad.
I gotta go.
One of them.
I gotta go. My friend wants to play Test Manju.
All right, we'll see you next time, man.
Please, just make sure to check on me. Make sure I didn't commit toasted bath because this is a stun variant.
Gotcha.
Sure.
So anyways, as I was saying, one of the new cards basically has a negate by banishing spells from your graveyard. Because it's not as if Sky Strikers already have a negating card that can also count as a change of heart. Wow, what a concept. And you cannot use any of the new Sky Striker monsters for Link monsters because they specifically require Sky Striker Ace monsters, which none of these new monsters are.
Yeah.
And therefore, your playstyle is basically non-existent.
Yeah, whoever built these kind of forgot about that because, hey, you can banish two spells to negate an effect. Oh, that would be nice if Sky Strikers didn't need their spells, which they do.
Like,
and I'm
I get what they were trying. Sorry.
Who in Buddha's name designed this?
I understand what they were trying to do. They know full well that Sky Striker is going to be blatantly crippled for the vast majority of its existence from here on out because it is considered to be too strong. If it ever comes off the ban list fully, it'll be like 10 years from now at best.
And no. I know why they're making all this new crappy Sky Striker cards.
Well, like I was trying to say, and they've got all this lore from the manga, and they've got all these random ideas for a new play style that hopefully compensates for the fact that the deck is going to be borderline unplayable competitively for a long time, and it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand what they're trying to do, but it's not going to work. Although I will agree with you, Zivith, that alternate art Engage is absolutely phenomenal.
All I just want them to ask is keep them away from whoever made Rotten. Like, I don't want a support card for him to turn up as hot garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we do need more alt arts of the Sky Striker extra deck pieces. I'm not even gonna lie, I'd love to see more.
The one thing I will always like about Rotten, is natural eventuality. You are always going to have something to pop during the start of the battle phase. And
that is true.
If they give me another Link 5 for ABC, give me something that says give me something along the lines of Cyber Eltion.
Oh, Eltonin?
Yes. Just probably when he hits the field, banish everything and except himself.
Oh, and by the way, we got a viewer named Von Nathos that had something to contribute to the Dinomorphia. He said Dinomorbia.
Oh. Yeah, Dinomorbius. It's Dinomorbin time because that joke hasn't been run into the ground already.
Like we have any room to talk. We still make jokes about this game from way back when.
Yeah. But anyway, Enough about molding about crappy Sky Striker support. And now onto the non-Yu-Gi-Oh thing, and surprise, Maya Hawk again. But not about her specifically this time.
Uh-huh.
I had the opportunity this week to see a film on Netflix called Do Revenge. Anyone else seen it?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm going to do a summary. Do you want me to do spoilered version or non-spoilered version?
Non-spoiler if you don't mind. We may not have seen it, but some of the people out there may not have either.
Right. So basically, it's like a 90s teen comedy throwback thing. It stars Maya Hawke as Eleanor, a nerdy-ish girl who is made beautiful by the character played by Camila Mendes, who's basically Veronica Lodge light. It's 90s camp in the best ways. You did say no spoilers, but I will say that it has a great twist, but the ending is kind of feels rushed.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair.
And also, Sansa from Game of Thrones is there as well, and she's only on screen for like 3 minutes maximum, and her character is kind of pointless. But she's frickin' hilarious. I recommend the movie. Good times.
Good to know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else worth mentioning. They did release a trailer for a new Like a Dragon game, which is supposed to be a sequential piece to the Yakuza series. It looks pretty awesome. Everybody's dressed like they're from the old Meiji Sword era.
Yes.
And despite that, the main character still has a gun.
Apparently, nobody's nerf effect.
Apparently, you can also choose the combat style that your main character uses and whatnot. It just looks cool.
Who knows? Maybe you can gain access to a secret style that requires you to do like a 13-hour quest that involves pizza delivery.
I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, anyone got anything else they want to throw in here before we call it a night?
Oh, I have one more thing.
Sure.
Speaking of sad deaths we mentioned earlier, another big-ish figure, Christine McVie, member of famous band Fleetwood Mac, has died after a brief illness.
Oh
at
yeah,
the
I
age
saw
of
that
39.
too. I saw that too.
Yeah. I'm not very familiar with the discography of Fleetwood Mac, but most of the songs I know from their discography are fronted by McVie, and she was secretly great. People talk about Nicks and Buckingham and Fleetwood, but Christine McVie, he was actually really good, and people have come out to say how great of a person she was and how good of a musician she is as well. I remember specifically one video from back in the day. She and Stevie Nicks were doing a birthday video for Warner Brothers, and my favorite part about that is that McVie and Nicks were piss drunk. And one point, if any of you have seen my Blue Eyes 201 or Sticky Web 101, Stevie Nicks does a laugh that's basically a snort, and it's a funny snort. So I used it as a little meme. Rest in peace, Christine. May your afterlife be perfect.
One can only hope. We've been losing a lot of good people this year. We lost Gallagher not too long ago.
Aye.
That mallet-swinging madman of comedy. Hopefully, we don't lose too many more important people before the end of this year. And yes, Zivith, I remember you talking about all the weird things that are happening in One Piece, including Lucci meeting Luffy and whatnot. But I stopped watching One Piece a long time ago because I kind of got bored. Like, I have this problem where the first few seasons of One Piece were phenomenal to watch because it was actually about pirates traveling around, picking up new crew members and doing fun shit. Yeah, there was some emphasis on the abilities that some of them had from the Devil Fruit, but it wasn't like the main focus, and it didn't feel like a DBZ ripoff. After the time skip, it kind of started feeling that way, and I started losing interest.
So, can we talk about something that might lighten the mood so we don't end on a depressing note?
What do you got?
I'm going to do a little plug. I'm working on a video on dual terminal lore, but explained in possibly the worst way possible.
Ah, fantastic.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does.
And I made the perfect thumbnail for it that best describes what I feel like after reading said lore. Hold on, it's loading. And here.
You know what? Is that in Comic Sans?
Oh, it
Yes.
better be. Oh, yay. This is better.
Oh, dear Lord. That just makes it 10 times better. I'm not even going to lie. Bravo. You get points. You get points for that. Oh, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Zivith, you have been absolutely fantastic on contribution tonight. Thank you. That is so on point.
Yeah.
Oh.
People tend to forget that Trisha actually comes from the dual terminal lore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything else worth mentioning. Well, just like you, I am also working on some special content. Yosh was kind enough to buy me a copy of the Kobayashi trial deck from Weiss Schwarz, and in exchange, the only thing he asked for was me basically making a profile-style video explaining how it works and what it does. And that's basically going to be my next big project. I've also got a few deck profiles in the work, but I'm also working on kind of a special project. It involves YouTube Shorts. I experimented with shorts to try and see if they were worth using for like quick one-off replay videos, but that 60-second time limit is so hard. You cannot have a properly set up replay video unless you speed everything up, and by that point there's no point. So I'm going to try something a little different and make something of a little video series out of it and see if I can make something entertaining out of that at least.
Yo, make a compilation of every out of context thing we ever said during these streams. That'd be funny.
That's not a bad idea, actually, but I'd have to rewatch 27 two-hour shows to find the funny out of context moments.
That's an idea.
It could give me something to do if I ever run out of content again. Like, I might actually take you up on that. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Because out of context things are funny.
That they are. And there's plenty of out-of-context stuff that we've said. I mean, you remember when we had those universal no's, and everybody was just saying no over and over and over. Moments like that are just key. Exactly. Exactly, Zivith. Okay, so I guess it's a good point to call it a night here, unless anyone else has anything else they want to throw in.
Actually, yes, I actually do.
Oh.
Besides my irritation of how they're handling the toy line with Geeps, people. I was watching the Revice movie. People tend to forget that King Kosugi is the Revice movie ended up being really good. One of the greatest highlights of it is literally just Revi's actor and King Kosugi just throwing hands for first 3 minutes. 3 full minutes.
That is good to know. I haven't seen the movie yet, and that kind of makes me want to see it now.
Yeah, me too.
people also tend to forget King Kasugi's a 50-year-old stuntman.
Oh, so we got the top of the line punches being thrown.
Yes. This is the whole movie is like throwback to like 90s era Jackie Chan movies. That was mostly due to the fact that Kosugi personally ID'd all the action from the movie. And hell, they didn't even hire that many stunt doubles. Half the team was trained by Levi's actor, who was actually a karate champion. All the karate Sakura was doing in the movie, he was the stunt coordinator for it.
Gotcha.
I'm just looking at trying to stay optimistic to the evil, live, and demons thing, because the new power-up thing for demons doesn't do anything new in the demons driver.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised about that. A lot of the times they just give them upgrades that are more aesthetic in nature.
Yeah, this is a reason why I say if you're going to start making belts and stuff, keep the electronics in the device just so that people don't hack the belt. I thought Toei wanted to avoid this because Drive got spoiled. Both Drive and Lupin versus Pat got completely spoiled because of this.
I think the main reason they don't do that is because of the sound effects, if they come exclusively from the device you're holding on to, rather than the belt itself, don't sound as good.
Because if they do it from if the belt has a bunch of pre-programmed things, people can hack the belt, and we've seen online what all the hack stuff they've done. And 2, they can't really make anything in the future.
No, they really can't.
Because Xaid was a perfect example of them being able to make future stuff. Because certain belts are not future proofed. Gaim is a belt that's future proofed. Xaid's a belt that's future proofed. What other rider can you say that has a belt that's future proof?
I honestly couldn't tell you because the only driver that I own is the Genmu driver, the bug visor.
Yeah, the bug visor is actually future proofed.
Well,
Zero One's belt is technically future proofed.
Okay, well, I think we've officially hit a good point to end on, and just because it's a good idea, I'm going to take Zivit's advice and wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, since the next show is not going to be taking part until the start of 2023.
Yeah, happy holidays. Well, future holidays.
Good night and Merry Christmas.